California, the land of golden beaches, Hollywood dreams, and endless sunshine. Millions travel here every year chasing glamour and adventure. But hidden beneath the bright lights and palm trees lies a darker side, a side most tourists never see, a side haunted by restless spirits, tragic pasts, and eerie legends that refuse to fade away. From prisons echoing with the cries of the condemned, to mansions built to confuse angry ghosts, to ghost towns where even the wind feels cursed, California is one of the most haunted states in America. So tonight, we'll peel back the curtain and take a journey into the unknown. These are the top 5 most haunted places in California. Turn down the lights, put on your headphones, and prepare yourself, because what you're about to hear may keep you awake long after this video ends. Number 5. Bodie State Historic Park. Our first stop takes us high into the Sierra Nevada mountains, where time itself seems frozen. This is Bodie, California, a true ghost town, literally and figuratively. Back in the late 1800s, Bodie was a booming gold rush town. At its peak, more than 10,000 people lived here. Miners, gamblers, saloon girls, and outlaws. Saloons lined the dusty streets, gunfights broke out almost daily, and the sound of drunken laughter carried through the night. But when the gold ran out, so did Bodie's luck. By the 1940s, the town was abandoned. Today, it's preserved as a state park, buildings standing as if the people vanished overnight. Dishes still sit on tables. Shops remain stocked with goods. Chairs are pulled out as if waiting for their owners to return. But some say the owners never truly left. Visitors often report phantom footsteps echoing on the gravel streets, voices whispering inside locked buildings, and even ghostly children seen darting through alleys. Park rangers tell of doors slamming shut with no wind, and objects moving on their own. The most chilling legend, though, is the Bodie curse. According to locals, anyone who dares to take even the smallest item from Bodie, a rock, a nail, a coin, will be cursed with endless bad luck until it's returned. The park receives packages every year from tourists mailing back stolen items, along with desperate letters begging for forgiveness. Some write of sudden illnesses, car accidents, financial ruin, or family tragedies that struck immediately after pocketing a souvenir. Is it just coincidence? Maybe. But those who felt Bodie's eerie silence say the curse is real. As the sun sets and the shadows stretch across the crumbling streets, visitors swear they can feel eyes watching them. The eyes of a town that refuses to die. Number 4. Winchester Mystery House. Next, we head to San Jose, to a sprawling mansion unlike any in the world, the Winchester Mystery House. In the late 1800s, Sarah Winchester, widow of gun magnate William Winchester, inherited an enormous fortune. But with that fortune came grief. Her husband and infant daughter had died, and Sarah believed she was cursed by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles. Seeking guidance, she consulted a medium, who told her that the only way to appease the angry spirits was to build a house, and never stop building. So she did. For 38 years, construction went on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sarah poured her fortune into creating one of the strangest homes ever built. 160 rooms, 10,000 windows, 47 fireplaces, 17 chimneys, and staircases that lead to nowhere. Some doors open to brick walls. Others open to sudden drops. Hallways twist and turn without logic. It's a labyrinth of confusion, designed, they say, to confuse spirits trying to harm her. But despite her efforts, the mansion is said to be teeming with paranormal activity. Visitors report cold spots, phantom footsteps, disembodied whispers, and shadowy figures moving through the halls. Some claim to see Sarah herself, dressed in black, wandering the hallways she once built in fear. Tour guides have fainted mid-tour. Guests hear organ music in empty rooms. Security cameras catch strange orbs floating through hallways. And the number 13 appears everywhere in the house. 13 windows in a room, 13 steps on a staircase. Almost as if Sarah was trying to send a message from beyond. To this day, paranormal investigators call the Winchester Mystery House one of the most haunted locations in America. Whether Sarah's mansion protected her or trapped the spirits forever is a question no one can truly answer. Number 3. Alcatraz Island. Now we sail into the San Francisco Bay, where a rocky island sits like a fortress in the water. This is Alcatraz, the Rock. Once home to some of America's most dangerous criminals, including Al Capone and George Machine Gun Kelly, Alcatraz was a maximum security prison from 1934 to 1963. Its cold, damp cells were designed to break men's bodies and spirits. But even though the prison closed decades ago, the spirits seem to remain. Visitors often hear cell doors clanging shut on their own, moaning voices drifting through the corridors, and footsteps echoing when no one is nearby. One of the most haunted spots is D Block, the solitary confinement wing. Prisoners locked in the hole reported being attacked by unseen hands and seeing glowing red eyes in the darkness. Even today, tourists who step into those tiny cells describe an overwhelming sense of dread, like the air itself is suffocating. Some say they feel icy fingers brush against their skin or hear faint whispers right beside their ear. Rangers and guards who've patrolled the island late at night have admitted to hearing ghostly screams and sobbing echoing across the empty prison. It's as if the walls themselves remember the suffering of the men who once lived and died there. Alcatraz may be a tourist attraction now, but for many, it remains a prison for the living and the dead. Number 2, the Queen Mary, Long Beach. Next on our list floats quietly in the harbor of Long Beach, the Queen Mary, a retired ocean liner turned hotel. But don't be fooled by its polished decks and glamorous history. Paranormal experts call it one of the most haunted ships in the world. During her service, the Queen Mary carried thousands of passengers across the Atlantic. She also served as a troopship during World War II. With so much history, tragedy was inevitable, and so were the ghosts. One of the most famous apparitions is the Lady in White, often seen gliding gracefully across the ballroom before vanishing into thin air. Guests in the first-class swimming pool area report hearing the laughter of children, even though the pool has been empty for decades. The engine room is perhaps the most chilling. In 1942, a young sailor was crushed to death by a watertight door. To this day, visitors claim to hear his desperate screams echoing through the boiler room. Some even feel an unseen hand grabbing at them as they pass through. Hotel guests also report knocks on their cabin doors late at night, only to open them and find no one there. Others wake to see shadowy figures standing at the foot of their beds. Crew members say paranormal encounters are so common that they've become part of everyday life on the ship. The Queen Mary is now a floating hotel and museum, but many who stay the night never forget it. Some leave in the middle of the night, swearing they'll never step aboard again. Number 1, the Whaley House, San Diego. Finally, we arrive at the most haunted place in California, and perhaps in all of America, the Whaley House in San Diego. Built in 1857 by Thomas Whaley, this beautiful home has a dark past. It was constructed on the site of a former gallows, where criminals were once executed. From the start, people believed the land was cursed. Visitors claim the house is haunted by Yankee Jim Robinson, a drifter hanged on the property before the house was built. Guests have reported hearing his heavy boots stomping up and down the staircase, even when the house is empty. But Yankee Jim isn't alone. Members of the Whaley family themselves are said to haunt the home. People have spotted Thomas Whaley's ghost in his frock coat and top hat, his wife Anna drifting through the garden, and even the spirit of their young daughter who died of scarlet fever. Cold spots, disembodied laughter, phantom piano music, and sudden chills are common inside the house. Paranormal investigators have recorded EVP's electronic voice phenomena, capturing voices of unseen entities. Some visitors leave in tears, overwhelmed by the heavy energy inside. The Whaley House is so haunted that even the U.S. Department of Commerce has called it the most haunted house in America. It remains a hotspot for ghost hunters and curious tourists alike. But many leave convinced that the Whaleys never left their beloved home. So there you have it, the top 5 most haunted places in California. From ghost towns cursed by thieves, to labyrinth mansions built to confuse spirits, to prisons and ships filled with restless souls, and finally, the Whaley House. where history and haunting collide. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, one thing is certain. These places hold stories that refuse to stay buried. And sometimes, the past doesn't rest quietly. Which of these haunted locations would you dare to visit? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into California's haunted history, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more chilling stories from around the world. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and remember, the line between the living and the dead may be thinner than you think.